on this video. I'm going to be reacting to this impressive video about Usher's Super Bowl performance. Apparently, I don't know, some or I guess people are saying Beyonce might have taken his shine or his moment. I don't know. It's going to be basically about Super Bowl, all of that, everything that happened yesterday. We're going to get into it. I am eating my dinner that I just made. So, yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Empressive channel. Both Usher and Beyonce were trending at this year's Super Bowl. And I first want to get into Usher's Super Bowl halftime performance because obviously he was one of the big highlights of the night. And I will say this, Usher hasn't lost it. Usher is performing and singing better than ever, y'all. I mean,
I honestly, at first, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because I was so excited when he was on the like his beginning of his performance, when he was on the field and it was all them people doing Cirque du Soleil on a field. I was like, bro, it's too much going on, too many colors, too many costumes. I don't even know what song was the first song because it was so much going on. I was like, but it did get really good.
Man is just goated. He's goated. He's an R&B legend, and I really enjoyed his halftime show. I think the thing that really sold this halftime show for me is Usher's talent. Honestly, Usher didn't need all of the big stage props. He didn't need all of the different distractions. It's his talent that sold the show, his dancing and his singing. And it's the fact that his mic was on for me.
Well, his mic going on in the beginning. Something was going on. I couldn't hear.
As much as he was dancing, he was singing live. He wasn't using no playback, no pre-recorded vocals, no auto-tune, no special effects. That was all his voice, and I was very impressed, but I also wasn't surprised by it because I did get a chance to see Usher live in Vegas, so I know that he performs down. This is nothing new, but I really thought that he brought his A game here, and he just came to prove to the world that he is one of the best entertainers of all time. The only major critique I have of his performance is a lot of the songs felt rushed. And I understand he only had like 13 minutes to put on a show, so there's only so many songs that he could do, but a lot of the songs that he tried to squeeze in just was too rushed for me. But other than that, I thought he gave a great show. He brought out Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, and Lil Jon.
Jermaine Dupri looked like a damn dumbass. He looked like a leprechaun. I was like, bro. As soon as his little self popped up on my screen, I started laughing. Because what the fuck? What was that?
On for the performance, and he also brought her out and she played the
her
guitar.
did the damn thing. She did the damn fucking thing. She was doing what she had to do. That's all.
And her did her thing. She played during Bad Girl, and she also played during You Got It Bad. She really did her thing. But unfortunately, I do have to critique Alicia Keys a little bit, and I'm not going to be too hard on Alicia.
Because her voice squeaked as soon as she started singing. That shit cracked. It is what it is, you know. I couldn't do it. I could do that shit actually.
You and also my boo, and
they weren't strong, but let's look at a positive right here. She had a red piano, very elegant looking. Her outfit was beautiful. You feel me? So that was good.
And her voice was a bit strained. I was like, ugh, I don't know, Alicia, this is not sounding too great. But Usher saved it. And Usher was doing a little bit too much when he was dancing and trying to grind on Alicia. She's a married woman, and Usher is about to get married to his girlfriend too. So he's just doing too much. He always on somebody's lady. But overall, I thought the show was good, and it just solidified the fact that Usher is one of the best performers of all time. No debates, he's one of the best. And since we're talking about Usher, I do want to briefly talk about, I think it was one of the better songs on the album. And also the song Good Good with Summer Walker and 21 Savage was good as well. But the songs that really stood out to me was Risk It All.
That shit be on repeat. They should have done that. When I saw her, I thought that they were going to do that song.
Featuring her. I really like that one, but the song I love the most is Ruin featuring Phils. Ruin is a smash hit song, and I think it was very smart for Usher to release this as a
He
single
just like to
because it
touch
has that
everybody.
Afrobeat vibe mixed with R&B,
Where you
and
at?
that's really
Never
the
mind.
wave right
Just
now. So
joking.
I thought that
Just
was very smart,
joking.
and the song just sounds amazing. I think it's a smash hit. It's probably going to take some people some months to catch on to it, but it has the potential to be a big song for Usher, and I hope he really pushes this song because it's
Girl.
the best song on the album. Now, I do want to ask the question, did Usher throw shade at Chris Brown on this album? I think he did. Now, in his song I Am the Party, he said, ends talking about verses with not. Now, I don't know about you, but this might have been some shade towards Chris Brown because I do remember there were some conversations about Usher and Chris doing a versus battle. Usher seemed open to the idea, but Chris kind of felt like the versus battle was for washed up artists.
Would you do something like a versus?
Yeah, man, me and Chris will kill the world if we ever did something together like that. I'm not saying it's versus, but
Right.
I'm gonna just say this. If that ever happens, it'll be one of the biggest things that anybody has ever experienced in entertainment.
My whole position on the versus thing is like, it's cool, it's dope what it's doing with the culture, but I feel like where I'm at in my quarter or my game, like I'm not down 20 points. You feel me? Like, so I feel like me doing that would be like, okay, you know, I'm about to hang it up. So that's a real, you know.
You basically saying you smoking everybody.
I'm smoking. You know what I'm saying?
So Chris Brown said he would smoke Usher, basically. And at this point, I don't think Usher cares about doing a versus or even a collaboration with Chris at all.
That was Corona time. You know, can we leave the verses in Corona because it bring back trauma of sitting in the damn house waiting for something to fucking happen. So we would tune in to mofos on the damn Instagram playing their songs against each other. Leave it where it was.
Because they did fall out last year. They actually got into a bit of a...
yeah, because Tiana Taylor said some, I don't know, mofos was fighting, and then somehow Chris Brown punched Usher in his life. For what? Oh, he probably drinking Coke soda. If you get what I'm saying, that should make you act up. I done seen it with my own eyes. Mofos be tripping.
scuffle because Chris Brown got upset with Tiana Taylor and Usher didn't like the tone he was using with her, and he tried to intervene and things just kind of went haywire and Usher and Chris fell out. And it was really crazy because Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party to celebrate him and everything, but Chris Brown was acting crazy. So Usher was like, man,
it was the Coca-Cola. It had to be. Allegedly, because you know you got to throw in allegedly or mofos start handing out lawsuits and stuff.
man, forget shading Chris. He's now changing his tune and saying he can't even do a versus with him. And I have to agree. And this is not to take away from Chris. I do think he is a talented artist. He makes good music. And he has been holding the game down for a long time. But Usher is still a legend. He's a veteran at this. And he has proven tonight at the Super Bowl that he has no competition, okay? So let's just leave it at that. Now, moving on, I want to talk about Beyonce because
We can, but give it a second. I just thought about something. So, you know how we saying that Usher is a legend and everything and stuff like that? He is, which means he's kind of, well, we already know he's kind of up there in age. But, you know the whole thing with Diddy, and Diddy said that he was fighting over Frosted Flakes and Cheerios or something with Usher when Usher was like 9 or 10. And Diddy was like a grown-ass man. How old is Diddy?
Beyonce kind of stole the show as well, and a lot of people feel like she stole Usher's moment because she did a surprise Super Bowl commercial with Verizon, and she also announced that she is dropping a country album, and she's dropping it on March 29th, and this is supposed to be her Act 2 album, and she already dropped 2 singles, one of them being Texas Hold'em and another one being 16 Carriages. And I did get a chance to listen to both singles, and it's very, very well. Texas Hold'em is very much a Beyonce style record, but she also came with the authentic country vibes. And also 16 Carriages.
I don't like country music. I just don't really like it. Now, you know, like I wanted like a R&B, Destiny's Child type of thing.
Sounds nice as well. I actually played it a few times, and there's something about the song that is kind of sad to me. I don't know. It just sounds like a song that has a feeling of finality
she
to
had a
it.
cowboy
And, you know,
hat.
Beyonce is just reflecting on her long career, and she's thinking about how much she had to work and how she had to sacrifice for her legacy. And she talked about watching these 16 carriages driving away. And I'm wondering, what exactly was she envisioning? Was she envisioning like a homegoing service? Like, what is it? I don't know. But the song just sounds sad to me. It's beautiful, but sad. But aside from that, I do think it's really cool that Beyonce is actually doing a country music album, and seeing her pivot in a country direction is kind of smart because country music has had a resurgence on the mainstream pop charts. It's always been a big genre, but I've noticed that it's become more mainstream again, especially with the major success of Luke Combs' cover of Tracy Chapman's hit song Fast Car. So Beyonce is following the trend, and I think she realizes how profitable country music is. And it's possible that a country
I'm saying I don't like it. I haven't heard none of the songs. I just don't like country, but we gonna see. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll actually react to a video. I'll react to one of her songs, not the 16 carriages, because obviously that's sad, and I don't want to be sad. I'm sad enough. You know what I'm saying?
quiz. Taylor Swift is also dropping a new album this year. So the competition is going to be a bit tough because the Grammys do tend to favor Taylor. So I don't know, but we'll see how Beyonce's country album sounds and how it does. I'm actually very, very excited to hear it, and I'm starting to understand the concept of Beyonce's Renaissance Trilogy project. And it's interesting because I came across this tweet that pretty much summed it up. It said the way Beyonce is reclaiming genre started by black people, with her making Act 1 house music, Act 2 country music, and Act 3, which we can assume will be rock and roll music. She is showing everyone that black artists are the blueprint when it comes to these genres of music. I thought that was a very interesting
Yeah, I like that perspective.
post, and it makes a lot of sense. It really does. Now, I want to get into some of the comments about Beyonce releasing music on the night of the Super Bowl. A lot of people are excited for Beyonce's new music, but there are some people who felt like Beyonce stole Usher's moment. Here were some of the comments that I saw in the Shade Room. Why is she trying to distract from Usher's halftime show? Girl, not now. Can Usher have his moment? Dang. B told Usher, watch this. She always do stuff like this on other people's night of celebration. That drop can wait till tomorrow. Hashtag check her records. Beyonce, can you just let Usher have his moment? This was very ballroom. Beyonce stormed Usher.
Okay. Damn, you're saying all the same thing.
Was too good for Beyonce to pass up. Super Bowl night is when everybody is tuned in. So Beyonce dropped her Super Bowl commercial for Verizon, and
I'm about to say, wanted a Super Bowl commercial.
she announced her album and dropped her 2 singles. I mean, that was the perfect way for her to capitalize off of all the traction. So I can't blame her. I mean, she's doing what any businesswoman would do. But did she take Usher's moment, y'all?
I don't think so, because I know she dropping a country album, and I know Usher performed at the Super Bowl. Excuse me. So. Anyways, I don't have any thoughts at the end of this. I think I've spoken enough throughout the video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see you on the next one.